How to work from home. Working from home was a dream for many. Now it's a reality for many. And recent polls are showing that over half of us don't ever want to go back to the office or cubicle, even if we own our own company. However, anyone who's worked from home knows it can have massive benefits for you, but only when you have your inner game on lock. Ever try to focus on a juicy project for a client or for just yourself, and you're just getting to the point, you know that feeling, like a rising wave of anticipation and thrill, you know you're so close to brilliance that you were after from the moment you woke up. I go through this, even when naming it, I'm going through every verb tense of every word, every synonym for that name, and every verb tense of every synonym, and I can feel it. It's just around the bend, and a neighbor is mowing the lawn, or for me, my dog needs to be pet, or goodness knows, who can resist my cute little puppy dogs, or my grandmother's calling me every hour, sincerely believing that since I'm not in the office, her calls won't disturb me. If you're struggling with how to work from home, try the following tips. Change your approach to work, and you'll be amazed by the results. Actually, there's one step that you must do, or this won't work. Let's see if you can guess it. Put your answers in the comments. Eat like you live for it. Eating well is one of the most effective ways to feel good. Motivated, stable, focused, hydrated, undistracted, and powerful, right? Consider you're a basketball player and you're about to start the game with the tip-off. If you haven't eaten like you live for it, and the other guys or gals that are doing that on the regular, you're at a huge disadvantage because you're already off your inner game. Your inner game is playing weak because it's preoccupied with calculating how much harder you need to push just to get through this game, to get through this task, get through this day, to get through this meeting, get through this deadline, get through this lesson. If you tend to fuel your body with energy suckers like sugary drinks or fried foods or foods that come in a box or overprocessed, the non-food foods, the mystery is not a great mystery as to why your inner game is operating like you're the weakest teammate when you need to be the strongest teammate, but you just haven't eaten well. And your productivity will continuously crash, usually when you need it most. If you want to get your inner game back and win the day, increase the number of foods that are rich in vitamins and minerals in your daily routine. Here are a few choices to improve your attention, focus, emotional stability. Try consuming like the following products on a regular basis. Berries. Blueberries are my favorite. Raspberries, strawberries, nuts, almonds, cashews, walnuts, seeds. I love chia seeds in my shake. Flax seeds, sunflower seeds, avocados, whole grain, brown rice, oatmeal, greens, broccoli, kale. You want to get some great oily fish like salmon and tuna, dark chocolate. Eat processed foods a lot less often, like only on celebratory occasions where there's like a birthday cake or champagne, and reduce the consumption of sugar and carbs on most days. Once you make your diet fuel for living well, you'll start to feel like your focus sharpen. And with it, your enthusiasm seems to rise. And enthusiasm is catchy. You know what they say about the size of your enthusiasm, right? Big enthusiasm, big impact. Secondly, exercise like your body lives for it. So many scientific studies have proven that daily or at least regular physical exercise helps to boost creativity, focus, and productivity. So if you want to work like the badass you are, you shouldn't skip your workouts. Badasses stay physically active all week long because they know it improves divergent and convergent thinking. Divergent and convergent thinking are what combines to repel and attracts and ultimately transforms into creative thinking in our minds. And of course, choose a physical activity that fuels you, not punishes you. If weights aren't for you, then try yoga, Zumba, Samba, dance parties with your kids. This is one of our favorites, water fights. Every Sunday, Saturday, races to brush your teeth, because the last one to brush their teeth is a rotten egg, right? Bike riding. There's so many choices to choose from. A fun one, and choose a fun one, right? Just start it out and build on that. You will find so many benefits to your work, your health, your social life. Goodness, walking 15,000 steps a day will get your juices flowing. It's easy when you work from home to just sit in front of your computer all day long and then get up all craggly and walk over to the couch just to plop down and watch the TV because you're mentally exhausted. And TV won't get you out of that rut. Movement throughout the day, well, exercise like your body lives for it. It does. Challenge yourself to fight laziness. Find a way to motivate yourself to start exercising. Here's a few tips. Create a true office at home where you usually sit down to do work. The kitchen table, lying on your bed, coffee table, or maybe you migrate from around the home. If you know how to stay productive working in a relaxing atmosphere, that's great. But if you find your productivity is low, find a spot in your house to call your own. Like Virginia Woolf says in her book, A Room of One's Own, it's what we really need to foster our creativity. And truly, you don't even need to have a spare room in your house. We're in a great time of change, and many of us are bought homes without spare rooms for offices on purpose. What really makes up a room is the of one's own part. A Virginia Woolf's quote from her book, A Room of One's Own. It needs boundaries. So many spaces have boundaries, like the balcony, the deck, the attic room, the den, the living room you could ever go into, or any other corner. All work well for this purpose. My neighbor built himself a treehouse, not for his kids. Get this, he's an engineer working from home, and he loves being able to be close to the kids, so he built himself a room of one's own, treehouse style, with their retractable ladder to truly make it a room of one's own. I'm going to put a picture of it right there. It doesn't matter the size, shape, or location. It matters that each and every time you step into your home office, your brain will turn the creativity switch on. Your space, your routine of space, yours will support you so that you can better focus on your projects and really truly immerse yourself to win the day. Next, we have block social media like your income depends on it. If you check your social media 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times a day, shocker, you're responsible for ruining your focus time and making yourself very susceptible to the emotional weather of the social media channel you happen to serve at the time. You have almost no control over its impact on you except to block it out when you're in your zone. There are apps and tools like Focus Me, Off Time, App Block to block the sites you use most for a specific period of time. But if you're like me and you work best, like between 6 a.m. and 3 p.m., you can install an app that blocks access to social media sites during that time in total. And even if you restart your laptop or smartphone, the app will not allow you to check what's new on the Instagram feed during those specialized hours. There are many ways to block your social media. You can simply turn off all notifications as well and assign breakthrough rings to your family to use in emergencies. Next, plan your day like your business depends on it. One of the most common reasons people say they can't work from home, they're trying to find a perfect moment to start working on a project. Without the routine, the mind will bargain with you for more unfocused time or more egocentric time, really. Rather than time being of service, your mind will start to bargain like, why should I start working now if I can do it in 15, 30, 60 minutes later? Who's watching? Who would know? I could watch a cartoon now and then start watching. Well, what's the difference? Well, the difference is you're putting your mind into a passive receptive state when you procrastinate. We put our minds in this passive state. So we must take responsibility to put ourselves in the creative, positive, motivated state. And even on our most trying days, it's up to us. We all have them. The baby didn't sleep, you couldn't stop thinking about a certain outstanding bill, someone said something that rubbed you the wrong way, you don't even know why, you can't get your mind off of it, you can't get to sleep. Even on these days, these tips I'm giving you now can carry you through. Just because you don't have to go to the office doesn't mean you don't need to schedule your day and make it happen for yourself. Remember, all of this is merely for you to help you grow and be your best self. Pick a specific time of the day or night to work and plan your tasks and activities. It will help you to stay organized and deliver projects on time. Keep in mind that you should schedule not only the hours of work, but also the hours of rest and play. You should give yourself enough time to relax and recharge during the short and long breaks. Next, get outside of your house like your happiness depends on it. Even if you live in your dream house, you can't spend 365 days a year within its walls. If you want to boost your productivity, you should spend some time out of your home, and especially in the sun. Have you planned to spend your weekend laying on your sofa watching Netflix? Try to switch things up. Go out for a walk in the park, a bike ride through town, the beach, or amble around your neighborhood to see new things. If it's a rainy day, grab an umbrella and splash around. Go for a drive in a new direction to fill your cup with new ideas and stimulus. Whatever you decide to do, just don't stay in your house. Why is this so important? When you spend most of the time in one place, it may make you feel stuck. It may hold you back from progressing in work. Change up your environment every now and then to get yourself unstuck. Okay, now for the one thing you must do to make all of these things work for you. Change your relationship to change. Let that one sink in. We are all change. Everything on earth is always changing. You might say change is the curriculum of being alive. You're alive, aren't you? You might as well take the curriculum and become a total badass when it comes to change. Live for change, love change, because change is life. I hope this has served you well, and I'll conclude our talk today with my personal mantra. Love what you do and love how you do it. Thanks for watching. Don't miss out on a single thing. Subscribe below. And here's something else I think you'll love.